Right. Now read verse number 111 onwards. Vikshepa Sakti Rajasa Kriyatmika Yata Pravrutti Prasuta Purani Ragadavasya Prabhavanti Nityam Dukkadayo ye manaso vikara Kama krudo lobhadambhadyasuya Ahankaryad matsarya There's one letter here and there, that's a problem. Don't worry, I'll tell you. Dharmayate rajasapum pravrutti Yasmadesha tad rajabandha hetu. Right. So thus, now you are coming to these three gunas. In the ignorance, avidya, call it maya, trigunatmika, three gunas. And these three gunas are, all of you know, sattva, rajas, tamas. And the way they explain it, it takes the, frightens the hell out of you. Because we brand people. That somebody is very sattvic, somebody is very rajasic, and some other person is tamasic. Please understand, there is nobody in this world who is purely sattvic, purely rajasic, purely tamasic. Even they go to the extent of explaining Vishnu is sattva, Brahma is jnana, so sattva, Vishnu is rajas, and then what is Shiva is tamas, because he destroys everybody. Now what is this? I mean, it's a nonsense. To gunatita, to bring in under the spell of guna is the height of joke and stupidity. Please understand, gunas are not there to destroy anybody. You must see it clearly. As even, no sense organ by itself can ever bind somebody. Guna, as I told you in the morning, has two meanings. Guna means quality, guna also is a rope. A rope cannot bind anybody by itself. You cannot say, I was walking down the street, suddenly a rope comes and ties me down. The rope doesn't tie you down. You get yourself tied down by a rope. Same thing also, no sense object has the capacity to tie you down. You get yourself tied down by the sense object. You hold on to the world doesn't hold on to you. Nothing in this creation ever holds on to you. The space is permanently detached from you. It allows to move you in space. But if you say, this space is mine, space has no choice. Are you getting that? Indian space violated by Pakistani Air Force. Chinese space is violated by Indian Air Force. Chinese space violated by Japanese Air Force. What is this? Does the space ever understand that these guys have already divided and fighting over it? The space doesn't divide, like the border is not created by the world. Human beings create border, then you say you have no access. Trespassers will be persecuted. Who decides that? Only you. You create a border. The moment you create a border, then somebody trespasses into your privacy. Imagine you are a person, a borderless individual. There is no border for you, no restrictions of any kind, all pervasive. Who is your enemy? That is why Ajata Satru, the person whose enemy is not born. You understand the truth for yourself. So there is no question of a country or a space or the land ever creating the limitation. We create the borders. Same thing also sense object. No sense object ever tempts you. If you don't have the weakness for the object cannot tempt you. So many times I have told you, you create a habit out of an object. Object doesn't force you to create a habit for itself. If you have a habit for drinking tea or a coffee or the milk or the juice or the ice cream or the sweet or watching a movie, whatever a habit you have created, that is you have created. And at no time the objects have forced you to create the habit. That is where another human being can force you. Understand? Like somebody initiating you into some type of habit. And thereafter you don't know also what to do. That is why again your ignorance. Because somebody can initiate you. Now squarely, please, just don't pass on the responsibility to the other person that he only forced me to drink. What can I do? You're such an innocent baby. That he forced you, therefore you drank. Your mommy had told you never to drink. Why didn't you listen to your mother's words? Are you getting that point, please? It is so easy to pass on the buck to somebody. He only influenced me. He influenced you. How is it that your mother could not influence you? Your friend could influence you? How is it your teacher could not influence you? How is it your tradition could not influence you? How come another person who is a drug addict could influence you? A drug addict could influence you, but a drug-free person could not influence you. What does it mean? You are somewhere deep down willing to test it out a little. You just wanted a little support from somebody. If you are not you understand, if you are not willing, no force in the world can change you. Nobody can create a habit for you. Nobody. That is why do not ever hold somebody responsible for your problem. You are the number one master architect. Earlier you understand the better. Even don't pass on your buck to the karma. My karma only made me like that. The scripture which gives you the belief in karma, the person who tells you the intricacies of karma also, if not a person stupid can bypass it, the same scripture which gives you the concept of karma also gives you the concept of purushartha, your effort. Karma is purely responsible, purely plays itself out in case of animals. That is why animals are known as vimukta. They have no conflict. When a tiger jumps on a deer, it doesn't say thank you. Nor he says I'm sorry. He just does the job. Because pure karma, human being, there is a purushartha. Free will is there. Free will. As a result, you can do, you need not do, you can do as you like. You choose to be stupid. Understand? When you are a child, 5 years, 6 years, 10-year-old, you have yet to develop your own will. That long, you are vulnerable, somebody can influence you. The moment you start taking decisions, and especially by the time you are sort of grown up, 20, 22, 23, taking for granted you are grown up, thereafter somewhere deep down you choose. So don't just pass on the buck, my karma. God only forced me to do that. God forces you. So He has got a special antenna for you, right? On a hot link, the God is telling me to do that. There are so many other things you hear inside. How come you drown everything? That is where comes ahankara. I thought. Which ties itself down to the guna. Gunas are there, which are healthy, necessary. Sattva, rajas, tamas. For God's sake, do not criminalize, slander, make these gunas villain. Gunas are beautiful. If you know how to use it, as I told you, if you know how to use the poison, it is medicine. If you don't know how to use the amrit, misuse the medicine, it shall be poison, it will kill you. Exactly the same way, the gunas. There is no such thing as branding somebody, that somebody is sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. Each individual, everything in this universe is touched by three modes: sattva, rajas, tamas. Certain times, sattva means from the expression of the person you can know what type of guna is dominant. Sattvic. Sattvic means a sattvic mode, you are very bright, brilliant, quick to grasp. Very quick to grasp. Sattvic. Rajasic means a little restless. You don't know what is going on inside. Restless type. When you are restless, you are rajas, that time rajas is manifesting. And certain times you are ghor tamasic. Tamasic means dull, lazy, lethargic, not only physically lazy, intellectually also lazy. Don't have that enthusiasm to understand things. You are soon tired. Even somebody speaks to something, you are tired. That is why average person cannot understand the subtleties of themselves, because the person is not ready to think. So that is where they go for the shortcut. Can I do a puja and finish it up? Can a guru touch my bottom and the kundalini can hit my head? Or somebody can sacrifice something for me? Somebody can plead on my behalf? That is the time the people engage themselves in this type of activity. Please understand. Therefore, do not ever brand a person that somebody is a sattvic, rajasic or tamasic. Each individual, every person has got three qualities. Every person. Sometimes sattvic. Sometimes you are very bright, very quick in uptaking. Sometimes you are restless, rajasic. Sometimes it is tamas, very dull. And it should happen, because if you are not tamasic, how are you going to go to sleep? You need to sleep. There are certain times you need to be a little restless. Nothing wrong in it. You must know how to use it. But then we brand people, which is not right. Never brand yourself. Everybody is a combination of sattva, rajas, tamas. Since it has come here, I will tell you. The ultimate beautiful division is so scientific. Scientific means what? It's so rational. These three qualities, according to the division of the qualities, what do you call it? Varna, jati, varna system. You know, Chaturu varnam maya srishtam. What Shanga Bhagavan says? Chaturu varnam maya srishtam. 4 types of divisions were created by me. How? Guna, karma, vivagasa. This is the guna. 3 gunas. Guna, karma, vivagasa. According to guna as well as according to karma. Not by janma. Jati, that varna, asrama is not by birth. It is by guna and karma. Today what you see in the world is not only by birth, but also professional is condemned to a profession. Just look at your general picture. Just have a look at a general picture and you will see very, very clearly. In Indian tradition, if you look at it, usually when you see the caste system, what do you see? There are so many castes. Please just have a cursory look. Very simple and beautiful. You will see how ridiculous it is. Fisherman is a caste, right? Fisherman is a caste. Kaivarta. What is his job? Fishing. Fisherman's job is what? Taking diamonds? No. Fisherman is fishing. Okay. Pot maker makes pot, right? Milkman makes milk. Milkman looks after the cows. Okay, milkman looks after the cows. These are the type of caste. Okay, the one who does the fighting, we call him as the Kshatriya. One who does the business, we call him Vaishya. One who does the puja, other things, we call him priest, Brahmana. Okay? Just think of it. In that list of caste in Indian tradition, have you seen engineer a caste? Have you seen teacher a caste? Have you seen lawyer a caste? Why it is not there? Because those days these castes were not there. Are you getting that point, please? Because those days, those professions were not there. When those professions are not there, they did not become caste. Now, what do you do to these guys? What do you do? Which category you shall bring them? They are not doing the puja, therefore they are not a Brahmana. They are not doing the business, let us say, therefore they are not Vaishya. They are not defending the country, therefore they are not Vaishya, Kshatriya. They are not doing menial job, therefore they are not Shudra. Then what are they? So what has happened now? See how the Varna Shankara, the division. Now it is that you are born into a family. So today, because you are not more, suppose you are a milkman's family, you are not doing milk, if you are not doing it, you are somebody, you are now a professor, but still you are branded as a milkman. You understand the unfortunate part of it? Yeah. So the fisherman's son has become bank manager. The priest's son is a leather merchant, but he still is a priest. Are you getting that point, please? The priest's son is a businessman, but still he is priest class, Brahmana. You see how unfortunate it is? The pot maker's son is, he may be the governor of the state, but what do you say? A pot maker na. How unfortunate. Because he is condemned by the professional is condemned by the profession. That was not the intention. What was intention? Please see. Guna vibhaga. How you know? Sattva pradhana, raja upasarjana, brahmana. That person we shall call a brahmana who is very sattvic. Sattvic means very knowledgeable, absolutely brilliant, very contemplative. And sattva pradhana, contemplative, wise, learned, little activities in life. Raja upasarjana. Rajas, little activity for others' sake. Brahmana. And who is a Kshatriya? Sattva Pradhan. Listen, Kshatriya is Raja Pradhana, very active. Raja Pradhana, very active for others' sake. Sattva, Raja Pradhana, Sattva Upasarjana. Very active, but for others' sake. Raja. A leader. Leaders must be like that. A leader must be Raja Pradhana. Very active, but for others' sake. Who is a Vaishya? Raja Pradhana. Very active for his sake. Tama Upasarjana. See the beautiful division? Raja Pradhana, Tama Upasarjana. Very active, but only for his sake. Vaishya. And who is the Shudra? Tama Pradhana. Lazy, lethargic, sleepy, little bit active for two things, food and procreation. Other things it doesn't interest him much. That variety, like an animal. So these are the four varieties of people. Are you getting that point, please? According to Guna Vibhaga, and this is something everybody has. Sometimes you are very sattvic, very learned, very contemplative, and also in a mood to help others. That time you are a Brahmana. Certain times you are like a Kshatriya, very active for others' sake, leadership quality. Some other time you are very active only for your sake, Vaishya. Certain times you are also lazy, only mood for food and procreation. That time Shudra. In today's generation, only two varieties are there. Vaishya and Shudra. There is no Brahmana and Kshatriya. Everybody is very active only for their sake. Very rarely you shall come across a people who are active for others' sake. Even the so-called academicians, to whom you shall call, who is busy in studying, teaching and all those things, they are also busy for, why are they teaching in university? How much money I get, or else strike. It's not for education's sake, everybody for money's sake. Even people teach Shastra for money's sake. That is why they are not, there is no such thing as Brahmana and Kshatriya these days. Only two qualities are there in this whole creation. Either some of them are Vaishya, some of them are Shudra. That is why there is no good leader. Only when you are very active for others' sake, you can be a leader. So sometimes you are a Vaishya, sometimes you are a Kshatriya, sometimes you are a Brahmana, sometimes you are a Shudra. You know, Puri Gajapati Maharaja, the history goes, the Kanchi princess, Padmavati, supposed to have been engaged with Puri Maharaja. Marriage those days, So, Orisha people are the son-in-law side. Right? Tamilians, be careful. So, because he was the son-in-law, he was supposed to be marrying the Kanchi princess. The Kanchi king, when they heard that during the Ratha Yatra, the car festival, Puri sweeps the chariot, symbolically cleaning the path so that the God's chariot can go. He uses a golden broomstick, not this coconut thing or gold broomstick he uses. Then he said, no, this fellow is a sweeper. I am not going to give my daughter marriage to him. Why? Because he sweeps, So I am not going to give it to him. Then it was an insult to the king. He said, we shall take revenge. And what did he do? He went and prayed to Jagannath. And the story goes, he had a Swapnades in a dream. He had the command, you go, we shall help you. And it's a beautiful story. His real things are there. Where he went, whether really went or not, there was a proof and all that. And he went. Fact remains, he defeated the king of Kanchi. And while going, he established a kingdom. Established a town called Bejwada. Today you call it Bejwada. What they call it, Vijaya Vahuda. Victorious return. Established a town there. Then that is how they went back to return to Puri. And because Kanchi king had insulted him, he said, this girl must be really given in marriage to a sweeper. They kept her. And they gave the minister this girl. Take this girl and get her married to a sweeper who sweeps the street. The prime minister took the girl and kept her in his house. But he knew the king really loves her, really adores her. Simply in anger, moment of anger, he wants to give her marriage. So next year, car festival, when the king is sweeping, he brings the bride. Maharaj, you are now doing the job. Please accept. The king was pleased. So it's a Kshatriya kingdom. But sweeper also. Are you getting that point, please? So it is not Brahmana worships. No, whoever worships is a Brahmana. Please tell, engineer is a engineer knows engineering, or by knowing engineering you are engineer? By knowing engineering you become engineer. A lawyer does not know law. By knowing law you become lawyer. A dancer knows dancing, or by knowing dancing you are a dancer? When you know dancing, you are a dancer. Musicians do not know music. Those who know music, you shall call them musician. But today, you have already branded them Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Sudra before they have the qualification. Are you getting that point, please? That is why poor things calls himself a Brahmana, doesn't know no Brahmanatva. He is eating pig, drinking, smoking, but he wants to be Brahman. Now, what do? It's a burden on the person. If you do according to the guna karma, then it is absolutely fantastic. And that is why everybody is a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. Brahmanosya mukhamasit bahurajanya krutah uru tadasya yad vaishya padvyagam sudro jayata. For the Purusha, Purusha yebedagam sarvam sahasrasirsha Purusha. The whole universe is presented as Ishvara. The whole universe is Brahmasrita Maya, other day we saw. Brahmasrita Maya, Ishvara. So the whole thing, if you give it a form of Ishvara, the God, the all-pervasive, in his mukha, Brahmanosya mukhamasit. So in him, his mukha is Brahmana. Brahmanosya mukhamasit. Why? Because it thinks. So those who think, they are Brahmana. Brahmanas don't think. Are you getting that point, please? Bahurajanya krutah. Those who are protecting, they are Kshatriya, Rajanya, king. Don't say kings protect. Those who protect, they are kings. Then Uru Tadasya Yad Vaishya. From the thighs came the Vaishya. What the Vaishya does, businessman? Sit down or throughout the day. So like that from the Vaishya, it comes from the feet, Uru, thighs. Padvyagam Sudro Ajayata. For this Virat Purusha, Sudra is from the feet. So the God himself is embodiment of Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Sudra. So in your body, which is the untouchable part? Where are you not? So which part is God, which part is not God? Everywhere, right? And the most respected part is which one? When you come to meet your teacher, when you go to greet your father, which part you touch? You come to me, Swamiji, good morning. Will you say that? Good morning. What do? You bend down and touch the foot. You don't hit the head. So everybody is touching Shudra. And you say Shudra is untouchable? Are you getting that point, please? Everybody is touching Shudra. Are you getting that point, please? Brahmana, this, all these four divisions, when you look at it, please understand, it is something in one God. Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Sudra. He is Brahmana, he is Vaishya, he is Kshatriya, he is Sudra. So what is the caste system? Who is touchable, who is untouchable? Are you getting that point, please? This is what this should be understood very clearly. Because as even in Ishvara, Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Sudra, in each one of us, as even in macrocosm, so also in microcosm. Like the whole body is having an imprint in a cell. That is why genetic fingerprint. From one cell of your body, you can be cloned. Another whole person can come out. So whatever is in macrocosm, if Ishvara is Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Sudra, everybody is a Brahmana, everybody is a Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. Depends on the manifestation of quality. When Sattva Pradhana, Brahmana. Are you getting that? You are a Sattvic person. Very bright, brilliant. When you are Rajasic, restless. Tamasic, there. All the when there is tamas, activity. So now he says, look at yourself. When you see these moods come, what is that? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Dambha, Kama, passion. Unbridled passion. Desire comes and haunts you. I want it. Listen carefully. That you can desire, you must appreciate it very clearly. Never ever again crucify, brand the desire as something wrong. You must know how to desire. Like this car. The car has the capacity to move 200 kilometers per hour. If you don't know how to go in speed, how to control the speed, It is not the mistake of the car. That the man has the capacity to desire. Desiring means what? Building up. A passion is built up. A desire is built up. Your first thought is not a desire. Are you getting that point, please? Your first thought is not a desire. First thought is an introduction to the object. Do you see this? Swami, what is this? This is a nice little, let's say, iPod. What is iPod? iPod now, it can contain 20 hours, 30 hours, 50 hours. 50 hours? Non-stop music for 15 hours or 20 hours. Really? Yes. Any song? Any song. Now you have packed the information in your head. As you go back home, suddenly comes back. Nice. iPod. 20 hours song. Oh, it will be so nice. This tape recorder, 1 hour, 45 minutes, again and again cassette. Ayo, headache, that also snaps. Oh, I want an iPod, you know. First thought. After some time, he has got it. She also has got it. Advertisements comes up. iPod. Now what is happening? Unconsciously you are building up. Building. This camera I should have. This ornament I should have. This food I should have. This company I should have. This money I should have. This trip I should have. Oh, you. Build up continuously. And once you build up, it becomes a desire. Listen. You can build up, please. You can build brick by brick a house. You can build brick by brick a prison. Building is not the problem. Your using is a problem. Are you getting that point, please? If you can build thought by thought, you can be creative artist. Who is a novelist? Who is a poet? Who is a musician? Word by word. They create rhyme, rhythm, beautiful music. Somebody can create a beautiful novel. Somebody can create a slanderous literature. You can build brick by brick a beautiful house. And also you can create a huge prison. You can be a prisoner of your own thought. You can be master of your own thought. Which one you want to be? Prisoner or master? Most of the time you are prisoner. Why? Don't know how to build it. So everybody brands it out. Oh, karma is bad. Karma is not bad. Understand? Desiring is not bad. You must know how to desire. But because I don't know myself, that I am the happiness, listen carefully. When I go on desiring, looking for happiness, the desire becomes bondage. Are you getting that point? Are you getting that point, please? When you are desiring, when you are building up, I want that, I want that, I want that. Why? So that I can be happy. That becomes your bondage. I want it. Why? Because I need it. I am happy with myself. If I can have it, it will be nice. Oh, the same desire is freedom. Are you getting that point, please? It's so beautiful. And once you are desiring for happiness, if somebody prevents you from getting it, anger. If somebody helps you to get it, greed. Same anger. Are you getting that? Same desire. I want 100 rupees. Can you give me? Whoever gives you 100 rupees, what do you say? Such a nice. Then 100 rupees only gave. So stupid I am. I should ask for 200 rupees, you know. Lobha. If you get it, you are greedy. If you don't get it, you are angry. You understand? You understand? If I get the attention, I want more attention. If I don't get the attention, I am angry. How beautiful. Then Ashuya, I didn't get it, somebody else got it. Jealousy. All these are rajasic. Why? Because that time you don't know how to handle yourself. And who does it? Ahankara, I do, I want. Therefore, irsha, jealousy, mascharya. Mascharya means para utkrishta drushtva. jayamana santapa. You know, you looking at other people's prosperity, your barometer goes down. The other fellow is successful, but you become terrible. What is this? Ahankara. All these. Dharma tera jasapum pravrutti yasmadeshatad rajobandha hetu. These are the pravrutti of every human being. When they are unconsciously dealing with the thoughts, it becomes desire, anger, greed, jealousy, and this is rajasic. Okay? Having told this, then he goes into tamas. All these qualities, we shall see much more as it passes. Now go to tamas. Tamaguna. Tamaguna, we don't have to read and explain. Everybody knows. Everybody knows it. Everybody PhD. Read. Esha vrutirnama tamo gunasya saktiryaya vastu avavasate nyatha saisha nidanam purushasya sansrute vikshepasakte pravanasya hetu yesha vrutirnama tamo gunasya saktiryaya vastu avavasate nyatha saisha nidanam purushasya sansrute vikshepasakte pravanasya hetu. Now tamoguna. Isha avritir nama tamogunasya. Tamoguna, what you call tamasic, tamaguna, avriti. It completely covers your sanity. Like in deep sleep state. What it does? Not only the avarana covers up, yaya vastu abhavasate anyatha. You always see everything other than what it is. Tamasic person means shall never see things as it is. If you say something nice, he shall try to find some meaning in that. You say, why don't you come here? What does he want? If you say, will you like to talk to me? What? Usme kuch kala hai. You know, every time somebody says something, you shall never ever see the truth. It totally, there are some people like that, everybody. Or sometimes you are like that. And if you are always like that, you have a wonderful life. You are miserable, Mr. Miserable, and you shall distribute misery generously and freely around the world. Everybody is miserable around you. Why? You can't believe anybody. Tamo guna. During this tamas, I forget myself. Rather, whenever I am forgetting myself, I am tamasic. The person is not aware of himself. You don't know who you are under the spell of tamas. And that is why the roles are completely confused. Understand? Average person, Mahadeva, under the spell of tamas, doesn't even know that he is tamasic. Like a confused person doesn't know that he is confused. A drunkard doesn't know that he is drunk. The addict doesn't know that he is an addict. The angry person doesn't know he is angry. To an angry person, if you tell, why are you so angry? I'm not angry. What? Are you getting that point? The person is so angry, so upset. But if you tell, why are you so angry? I'm not angry. It's so subtle, so subtle. Ishvara, Ishvara, Ishvara. It's so subtle. That is why long before somebody points out your mistake, you better look at yourself. How stupid I am, insensitive I am. Oh my God. Please, And you have no self-esteem. Why? Because I has forgotten itself. What is that? You are who you are? Ananda Swarupa. Few verses back. Sukha Swarupa, Ananda Swarupa. I am the bliss. Priyatamo Yataha. You are the loveliest one. Why? Because everybody loves himself. Right or wrong? This language, suddenly, first time if you listen, you can't believe. Kya baat kar raha hai? I am the love. I love myself. I am not selfish. I always love others. I have told you enough of that. I don't want to get into that nonsense. Nobody loves nobody. You love yourself. Earlier you understand it is better. That is because anything or anybody who gives you what you want, you love them. The moment you discover he or she loves somebody or causes problem, you throw them out. Whom you love? Them or yourself? Very simple. You love a sweet. Somebody gives to you, but suppose your stomach is upset, and if you eat that sweet, your stomach upset more. When somebody gives you, what do you say? No. Hey, but you love this sweet, you know. But if I love this sweet, if I eat it now, it will upset my stomach more. That's why I don't want it. So you love sweet or yourself? You love sweet or your health? You love yourself. Are you getting that point? Every time, everybody loves himself. Since you love yourself, you are the source of happiness. Any object of love is source of joy. So I am the source of happiness. Person doesn't know. Is unhappy. When you are unhappy, listen carefully. The moment you consider yourself Mr. Unhappiness or Miss Unhappiness, nobody in the world can ever satisfy you. Why? Because you are beginning with the worst misconception of life, that I am miserable. If you begin with that assumption, I am unhappy, I am miserable, nobody loves me, but you never question, do you love yourself? You say, nobody loves me. I gave you that whole thing. Think over it. The moment you question, nobody loves me, ask yourself a question. In that huge nobody, are you included? Nobody loves me. Do you love yourself? You too don't love yourself. If you don't love yourself, who do you think shall love you? And even if somebody loves you, you cannot believe it because you don't love yourself. So you will have a doubt. Are you getting that point, please? You will have a doubt. Really? Somebody loves me? Why? That is why most people ask you, do you love me? Yes. Why do you love me? You should get away from that person. If the person is not sure of himself, are you getting that point? You must. It begins with you. And when you love yourself, no force in the world can push you down. Understand? A person who loves himself for who he is shall love everybody in this universe for who they are. Because you love yourself what you have, listen carefully. You cannot escape loving other people for what they have. Suppose you don't love yourself because you don't have a good body, you'll be jealous of everybody who has a good body. Are you getting that whole equation? It can be just, you can go on and on. I hate myself because I don't have the brilliance. I'll hate everybody who is brilliant because I am jealous. I hate myself because I have no money. I'll be jealous of everybody who has money. I hate myself because I have no power. I'll hate everybody who has power. So it's a continuous love-hate relationship. Whereas when you are happy, comfortable with yourself, you accept what you have because you love yourself for who you are. Who you are is so beautiful, you don't want to be somebody else. You know what is boredom? You know what is boredom? Boredom is simple language. What is boredom? Boredom is what you are doing is so uninteresting that you want to do something else. I am bored. Why? I am simply sitting. So what you are doing is uninteresting. What you want to do? Play games. So what you are doing is uninteresting. What you want to do is more interesting than what you are doing. Are you getting that? What you want to do is more interesting than what you are doing. So naturally you are bored. Okay? Think. Think. Who will be very comfortable, happy? What I am doing, that's what I want to do. Appa. Happy man. What I am doing, that's what I want to do. That is why wise person always happy. What are you doing? Simply sitting. What do you want to do? Simply sitting. What are you doing? Reading. What do you want to do? Reading. What are you doing? Walking. What do you want to do? Walking. When I walk, I walk. When I read, I read. When I talk, I talk. When I worship, I worship. When I sing, I sing. When I sleep, I sleep. When am I bored? Extend it. Who I am is so beautiful. I don't want to be somebody else. When you want to be somebody else, that time you are again bored. I am rich. I want to be poor or renunciate. You will be miserable. I am poor. I want to be renunciate. You will be miserable. Who I am is not rich or poor. Ananda Swarupa, Sukha Swarupa, Aham Atma, Brahmaivam, Shivoham, Shivoham, I am the Absolute. So who I am is so interesting, I don't want to be anybody else. And therefore, what roles can I carry? Any role. Are you getting that? Actor is top class. What role he can play? Any role. You can do, you need not do. You can walk, run, smile, cook. There is no such thing as, go and do some work in the garden. I'm Brahmarakshas, I'm Brahmachari, Swami, you know. How can I do? Why she? You can eat, no? Do you eat using your hand? Yes, then why can't you use your hand to root the grass? No, no, no. These are all prince's hand, you know. It's meant only for touching diamond. I see. So eat diamond. There is nothing called a taboo. You are comfortable with the king, comfortable with the commoner. Happy with no role, happy with every role. Ananda. Happy man. Nobody touches you. No force can touch you. Because whatever is there, that's what I want. What you want, you may not get. But whatever you get, if that's what you want, who can trouble you? You go to somebody's house. They give you a hard pillow. They just want to torture you. So they give you a very hard pillow. And then you say, hey, how did you know I have spondylitis? I like hard pillow, you know. The fellow is finished. You go to somebody's house, they give you deliberately, give that fellow coffee, no sugar. Put him that. So they give you coffee without sugar. You taste it. Who told you? I don't like coffee, sugar in my coffee, you know. Thank you so much. You wanted to punish him. You want to punish him. But that fellow is very happy because he doesn't want sugar. Now what happens to you now? If whatever comes on your way, that's what you want in life, who can punish you? But whatever you want may not come in life. But whatever comes, if that's what you want, nobody can punish you. So therefore, I shall wait until everybody gives me something? No. Create your own world, nothing wrong. It may come, it may not come. So what? But work yourself up, nothing wrong. Work it. Work. Please. So don't say, these gunas are good or bad. But what happens is, unfortunately, because of the ignorance of one's own self, avritti nama, because of the avritti, completely veiled, covered. I don't know myself. So instead of knowing I am happiness, I am unhappy, miserable. Yaya abhavasate anyatha. Yaya vastu anyatha abhavasate. Because of ignorance, I take myself to be other than who I am. As a result, Saisha Nidanam Purushasya Sansrute Saisha Nidanam Karanam Purushaha Sansrutehe Sansrutehe Karanam is the cause of transmigration. While living in this world, not only you move from problem to problem, problem to problem. You don't move from happiness to happiness. You move from problem to problem. Unhappy man continuously moves from crisis to crisis. One crisis ended, another crisis. That one ended, another crisis. That one ended, another crisis. For him, happiness or relief is the pause between two crises. What an amazing person. Eh? Between two. Wait, the moment one problem is over, wait for the other to come. Earlier you created, better for you. Right? Ishvara. Mahadeva. Please. Life is too short for it. Just now I was telling this morning in my village priest passed away. We grew up with him. He's such a nice man he was. Almost 80 plus. Time is to go. As a children we are growing with him. He was my father's friend, my friend, and my brother's children's friend. 3-4 generations friend each. As he is in the village, he looks after everybody's thing. We may not know each other, but he knows about everybody. Very sweet. Now he sort of passed away, I was telling. Until the death, he was a very nice person. I was telling somebody, if you look at our life, suppose one day is 80 years. When you are 40, you are in the midday. When you are 60, you are in the afternoon of your life. When you are 75, you are in the evening of your life. Soon the darkness will come. Why are you desperate to fight with everybody? Even if you are the morning of your life. Are you getting that point? You are in the noon of your life. Should you be fighting with people? That appreciation, gratitude. Thank God for it. Especially when it comes to only near and dear ones, you are totally ungrateful. There are 5 billion people. Apart from 5, you don't know anybody. There are 5 billion people in this world. Minus 5, you don't know anybody. But these 5 make your life miserable, you make their life miserable. How pathetic. Just think of it. There are 5 billion bodies. Listen carefully. Only one body is mine. This is body through which I am expressing. Now, if I mess up my body, how am I going to be happy in this world? I don't know how to eat, how to behave, how to think. I make my life miserable. Shall I be happy in life? That is why this understanding, self-awareness. You know your body, you know your sansargans, you know your thoughts, you know everything. You're a happy man with yourself every moment. Then you create waves of happiness around you. Whoever comes, touches it, gets transformed. But suppose you are a person very unhappy, listen carefully. There are 4 to 5 people around you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your family. How many? 2, 3, 5, 2 fathers. Your parents, your children, your wife. Suppose you have 7, 8 people around. Think of a football family also. 11 children. Or 1 volleyball team. 6 this side, 6 that side. Referee. Linesman. 14. Papa, mommy and 12. 14 of you. So what? Out of 5 billion, only 14. Poor 5. You can't take care of them. If you make this your own house miserable, can you be happy in outside? What people do? Because the house is miserable, they escape to the street. Don't want to come back home. Why people become workaholic these days? Home is a prison. Can you make a home where somebody craves to return? Can you make an ashram where everybody craves to return? Once they come, they want to come back again and again. Can you make a hotel like that? Can you make a life like that? Somebody comes in touch with you, wants to come back to you again and again. Or something. They come once in touch with you, never to see again. Even somebody talks about it, ayyo, don't talk about that man. I am not going there. Don't talk about that place. I am not going there. But in a home, you are forced to go back. A place is to happily returning, understand. Home is a place where you can happily return, understand. Is it only home outside? Your body is your home. If you are happy within yourself, you don't have to open your eyes to move out. You close your eyes, you are happy. Therefore, if you open your eyes, you are also happy. If closing your eyes, you are miserable. Open your eyes, a fantastic escape. When happy at home with yourself, where shall you move? And where you cannot move. If you are happy, you can go anywhere. Understand? Please? So make your life beautiful. Make everybody's life beautiful. Or else, ghora tamas, balida tamas, vikshepayadi. Is a vikshepa shakti pranavasya hetu. Pravanasya hetu. Vikshepa shakti pravana. Rajasic comes up. Then tamas also. Tamas covers up. Avarana. Then vikshepa. Completely covers up. Then vikshepa. Always doubting. You are miserable. Make everybody miserable. Ayyo, appa, now that I know myself, ayyo, I am totally free from it. Don't be so proud. Why? It's so nice that you are out of it. But unless you watch out, sometimes, boom, you can return. Unconsciously, you can come back to be caught by your own mind. You may be very, very alert. But unconsciously, you can get caught. Unconsciously. Like a person says, nowadays, I am very quiet. Oh, really? I can't believe. You quiet? Of course, I am very quiet. I can't believe. I don't more get angry. You not getting angry? Of course, I am not getting angry. No. You are. I don't believe. Some fellows will go on with you. I don't believe. I tell you I have lost. I don't get angry anymore. Why can't you believe it? No. You not getting angry. I can never ever believe it. Durvasa may not be, but you shall be. Don't talk like that. I have lost my capacity. I don't get angry anymore. You know that? The fellow doesn't know what he's doing. Unconsciously build up. Unconsciously. That is where comes tamas. Catches you. Just read it. This PhD thesis, which is coming in this verse, we'll see tomorrow. Okay. I'll finish the class 1. I know Sunday is your holiday. After I go, your holiday begins. Okay? Morning. 9 o'clock I'll have the class. 10 o'clock we'll go back. Okay? 1 hour. This is a wonderful verse. With this, bye-bye. Read. Pragyavanapi panditopi chaturopi atyanta suksmatmadruk vyalidastamasa navetti vahudam sambodhitopi sphutam bhrantyaropitameva sadhu kalayati alambate tadgunan hantasau pravaladurantatamasah. Shakti Mahatyavritti Pragyavanapi Pand. I tell you, Shankara is a darling. You know that. It's absolutely fantastic. You see that tomorrow. How? He says, you may be pragyavanapi, chaturopi, panditopi. You may be smart, learned, very well informed. But if you are not very, very extremely sensitive, conscious, careful, this Duranda tamasa shakti mahati avrutti, this tamas casts a spell. Before you know, you are totally forgetful, gone into rambles, shambles in life. That is why you have to be extremely careful. One little thought can drive you crazy. Understand, nothing in the world drives you crazy. A thought drives you crazy. Right or wrong? Close your eyes, please.